Hi, and welcome to another episode of Monday Motivation brought to you by Dominate Your Day. I started Monday Motivation as a space for many episodes to share inspiring ideas and thoughts for leaders in the workplace. As a former corporate leader, I know what it feels like to need a little boost of inspiration each week. In each episode, I will share a topic to motivate and empower you. So today we're talking about well-being in the workplace and your role as a leader to guide your people through a thriving well-being workplace. And I think that is the future of the workplace right now is how are we helping our teammates transform their challenges into strengths for well-being. So challenges stretch us in uncomfortable ways, yet adversity often breeds our greatest strengths and resilience if we approach it with a growth mindset. So this week, I want to help equip you and your team with tools to reframe struggles and to boost your well-being. So according to Gallup, there are 5 key areas of well-being. Number 1 is your purpose, what you do every day. Number 2 is social, relationships. Did you know we need 6 hours of social a day? That includes texting, that includes anything with a human being. It does not include sitting in a room watching Netflix all day. Number 3 of the areas of well-being is financial. You have enough of what you need. And number 4, physical. That's what you put in your body and what you do with your body. So it's your health and your energy. And number 5, community. It's really engagement where you live. Are you involved in your community? Are you involved as a volunteer? Are you giving back with your neighbors? Do you feel safe where you live? So I've been working with well-being now for 2 years in the workplace, and Gallup came out with the book Wellbeing at Work right after COVID. And we are in a mental health pandemic right now, and the key of a strong leader is to really understand well-being and understand signs of well-being of your people in the workplace. And so one of the things that I created it's called the Strengths Journal that Gallup licensed me for. And I created this in 2018 and finally got it licensed in 2020. And within the Strengths Journal weekly is a way to measure your well-being. And so if you go to the Strengths Journal on Amazon, you can check it out. But one of the things that I have in the journal weekly is a way to assess where you need support with your well-being. And so you rate yourself 1 is poor and 5 is excellent in each of those 5 areas of well-being. And then each week you see which area of your well-being needs attention. So I just did it this weekend, and my physical and my financial had not gotten as much attention this last week. So I'm going to be spending time on that this week. And I have a strength. I am a big proponent of Clifton Strengths and have been working with Clifton Strengths for over 12 years. And I have seen amazing strides in using your strengths and applying that towards a need you have. So one of the things I'll have you do with your Clifton Strengths in the Strengths Journal is, for example, I need to work on my financial and I need to work on my physical. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm using my futuristic to think, if I don't work on either of those, both will suffer in the next 90 days to 6 months if I'm not paying much attention to them. So I use my futuristic to boost me to help get those things done. And then I use my responsibility to put it in my journal and make sure that I'm focusing on it this week and not letting another week go by where I'm not really paying it much attention. My physical I've been doing, but I haven't been as doing something every day like I normally like to do. So my futuristic is helping me say, you will be in much better shape if you do this every day. So once you know which of the 5 areas of well-being you need, then when you assign that Clifton Strength to help you improve, it really boosts that area. So you don't have to have my journal to do this, but it is a simple tool to use. And then I encourage you to find a well-being buddy that you can be accountable to each week so that you can improve your well-being. One of the other areas about 6 months ago I noticed is that I was working so hard, I wasn't having my social time with my friends. And so a couple of us got together this summer and came up with a weekly time to get together, and we are playing Mahjong. And it's so much fun. And I know that's my time to see my friends. And I knew that if I didn't do that, that my social would be suffering. And so that is my way, my social time each week with my friends. So that's me personally, and that's how I recommend you manage your well-being as an individual. You can also share those tips with managing your well-being with your team. Here's some other things that I would recommend you do with your team to help lead resiliency and thriving workplace. I would share stories of overcoming struggles, just like I shared with you about what I noticed I needed to work on. And then how you manage those challenges will help illuminate the path for your team and help them think of things they can do. When a team member brings you a situation that they're going through, or if you start seeing red flags of areas of well-being that they might be suffering in, just listen with empathy, and then provide support first and advice second. One of the biggest things we can do as leaders is listen. And did you know that silent and listen are the same letters? They're just mixed up a little bit. They mean the same thing. And it's okay to be silent and just be there and listen. That is the biggest gift you can give your employees. And then third, discuss energies, emotions, and morale in their one-on-ones. Take time to ask them how their well-being is doing and if they need support in any area. And tell them, oh my gosh, I'm really working on my social this week, or I'm working on my physical or my financial. They don't have to tell you everything. They can just tell you an area. You might have an area of your company that has financial advice. You might have places you can send them for support. So think about yourself as the guide and that you are giving them support as they're on this journey. And then use Clifton Strengths to avoid burnout. So when people are getting burnout, they're either high performing and they just don't know how to say no, and they don't know how to tell somebody that they're overwhelmed. They also might not be using their talents in the right area. So you want to make sure you align tasks with their natural talents. And this is why I love using strengths, especially the team grid when we have a new project, being able to put everybody on your team in a grid and see where their natural talents are, and make sure you're assigning project tasks based on that. And then celebrate lessons learned along the way. Don't wait till the end to celebrate once a project is finished or a change happens. You want to celebrate lessons along the way, and this is going to encourage everybody's well-being and their progress that will fuel growth. So with grit, with compassion and vulnerability, we can transform challenges into strengths. Difficult times help us become better and more resilient leaders. So this week, I just encourage you to get the Strengths Journal and check out your well-being and see where you are this week. I'd love to hear from you. This has been another episode of Monday Motivation from Dominate Your Day. Let me say this again. This has been another episode of Monday Motivation from Dominate Your Day. Feel free to follow, like, and subscribe for more inspiring episodes. Are you ready to take your strengths development to the next level? Be sure to check out the Strengths Journal. It's available on Amazon, and it contains daily prompts to help you discover and apply your strengths daily. If you're a difference maker who wants to maximize your potential, reach out to us at danawilliamsco.com to schedule a free discovery call. Together, we can help you live in your strengths, dominate your day, and transform your life.